It was quite possibly the worst way to go about advertising. Let's talk about it. It used to be, in the world of advertising, that you could make a thing and run it for a quarter, 6 months, and I've even had clients say like, nah, we don't need to do anything fresh, we'll just reuse this for a year. But there's a big danger in that mentality. The biggest one these days is that the digital platforms that we all are using and we all are advertising on, they require refreshes in ways that traditional media just didn't give you feedback for. And because you can sense it in a different way. You need to refresh your creative. We like to pump out something new about once a month on most platforms for someone. So that way we're constantly going against the grain of looking like noise. And that's the biggest challenge is if they see the same ad, if the audience sees the same ad for a full month every day, 30 touch points, by the time they reach the 30th, they're just not going to care. So you got to kind of come back and be like, look at me again. And oh, look at me again. And oh, look, I have a different hand on now. And it's just stuff like that. Little refreshes in your creative are really important because what ends up happening is the audience gets bored, the audience stops engaging, and the platforms are designed for engagement in the way that like print, radio, and TV never were. You need people to go, I like that, I'm going to click on that, or I'm going to stop on that, or I'm going to comment on that, or like that. Those are all signals to the platforms that what you are saying and doing has impact to their users, and they're there to protect their users more than they are you. So they want to have a good experience for their users, and if you prove to them through your advertising even that you will give them a good experience, well, that's going to get you the traction. But if you don't refresh your advertising with a regular cadence, you're just going to lose it. And then what ends up happening is you see clicks and engagement go down, and you see costs start to go up because they're like, nah, we don't want to show this to as many people, so it's going to cost you more to run this ad. And that's why the refresh and creative is good. Now, can you cycle back in something that you used 6 months ago? Absolutely, and we'll do that. But we also think that it's important that you test different strategies with your creative and test different approaches in order to find something that actually resonates with the audience. Very low chance that you're going to nail it the first time. I'm always looking at my own stuff and going like, well, why did this one hit better than that one? And sometimes too, it's just a guess, but that's okay. It's part of the process. And by doing all this, you give people something to say hi to every time you show up on their feed, their TV, their door, or their phone. If you want to find out more about me, go to themammotheagency.com, and basically that's where you can figure out what I do more of. We'll see you later.